Hi everyone, Ariane Zersher. Welcome to On the Other Hand. Today I'm going to be doing the coral stitch, which is another one of those great stitches which can outline a shape, enhance something that you want to draw attention to. It can be used as a stem for something else, or if you're doing something abstract, it can give a little added something to a background. So get some material or wool or whatever it is that you're stitching on, get some thread and a needle, and stitch along. I'm going to come right up at my point. This, by the way, is a variegated, Sue Spargo's variegated eleganza number 5 thread, and it's in color number EZM50. So I come up and I'm going to take just a tiny little bite here, right at the edge of where the applique is turning. I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to go to the right in front of the needle, wrap it around to the back, take my right thumb, anchor that down, and pull my thread through. And what you're going to see is you're going to get a little knot. Now I'm going to go around and I'm going to do this around this entire applique shape, wrapping the thread front to back, taking just a little bite, wrapping the thread to the front, coming around to the back, anchoring with my right thumb, little bite. One thing to keep in mind is to try and keep that tension between the knots the same. I don't like having a big kind of loop or hanging thread down there, so I keep mine taut, not pulling it tight because then it's really gonna change the shape of the leaf. I want it to lay down flat around the edge of my applique, but I don't want a big loose drooping thread either. And that just, it comes with practice. I'm wrapping in front of the needle, anchoring with my right hand. I'm going to come right up to that point, and I'm going to do a little bite, wrap around, pull through, and this is where I'm going to turn. I'm going to turn my work so that I'm going back around. Now, another thing that can happen is if you take a larger bite, you're going to have a knot that has like little legs, which is a different look. And I've seen it done beautifully. For this particular leaf, I don't want that. I don't want to see legs. I just want to see the knots. So here I am at my little point again, and I'm just going to go right in and take a little bite there, right at that tip of that point. I'm going to wrap, anchor, pull through, and end my thread right where it began. And there it is. I then did a corded coral stitch, which is basically couching a cord with a coral stitch. So I lay down my number 3 EZM 27 and I couched it with my number 3 EZM 07. Yes. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So I lay my thread down along the seam. It ends here. And now I'm just going at a very slight angle. I'm putting my needle underneath my lay down thread. I take a tiny little bite of the fabric beneath. I'm going to take my thread, I'm going to wrap it around the needle. I'm then anchoring that with my right thumb, and I'm pulling it through. Now you can vary the distance between your knots. You can pair them and then vary them. You can do 3 together and then make a longer piece. You can make them all the same. You can make them randomly spaced. It really is up to you as to what kind of a look you want. I'm at my end here, and I'm going to put my thread, anchor it down where the lay down thread is. I'm going to pull it through. And there I have my corded coral stitch. So I need to use a number 3 Milliners needle. Milliners needle is straight. It doesn't have where the eye is, it doesn't get bigger. It should be just the same. A number 3 Milliners is typically used for a number 8 thread. So threading a number 5 thread on a Milliners is a little tricky. It can be done, but it can be tricky. And the only reason I'm using this number 3 is because I need to be able to have a needle thin enough to take a bead. Here are my beads. I'm going to have a little packet here. I'm going to just put a whole bunch of them out here. I've got a bunch to work from. I need the ones that are going to have the largest eyes. So here we go. We're going to come up at the point, just like before. I'm going to take a bead, pull the bead through. I'm going to take my little bite here, wrap my thread front to back, anchor with my right thumb, pull the thread through. Take another bead, bring it down, take a bite, wrap my thread front to back, anchor with my right thumb, pull it through, take a bead, little bite, front to back, anchor, pull. So let me show you how I'm doing this so that the beads lie on the edge of my applique, but they're going out as opposed to going inward. If I do it with my applique above me, I pick up a bead. I don't pull it down, I just hold it right there. I take my little bite. I wrap my thread front to back, anchor with my thumb, and that bead is just going to go right along. And there it is. Now I'm going to pick up another bead. I'm not going to pull it down. I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm going to take my little bite. I'm going to, this is Merlin, pull my thread from the front of the needle to the back. I'm going to anchor with my thumb, pull the needle. Merlin, you can't play with that. There he is, playing. Merlin, can you let go of that? All right, so you see Merlin right here. There's a good boy. He likes to be close. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pick up my bead. I'm not going to pull it down. I'm just going to let it go over the needle like that. And now I'm going to take my little bite right there. I'm going to wrap my thread front to back. I'm going to hold it with my thumb, and that thread and the bead are just going to be pushed down. Now I'm going to take up my bead again. I'm going to take my little bite, I'm going to wrap my thread front to back. There we go. So do you see how it's a very different look? So that's it. Coral stitch 3 different ways. We have coral stitch that's beaded, and you can kind of play with it a little and sort of push it along so it doesn't, to even it out. We have the coral stitch beaded with the beads lying on their, lying flat. We have the coral stitch with the beads in between the knots so that they're lying vertically. We have the coral stitch by itself, and then we have the corded coral stitch. I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe so that we can stitch together.